Recorded Books presents an unabridged recording of Murder on Sisters' Row by Victoria Thompson, narrated by Suzanne Toren, and directed by A.J. Cermak.
Chapter 1. Sarah and the girls were strolling back from the Gansevoort market, thoroughly enjoying the crisp fall morning and chatting happily about the purchases piled high in the large baskets Sarah and Maeve carried over their arms. "Oh, no," Maeve said when they'd turned the corner onto Bank Street and saw the carriage parked in front of Sarah's house. "Looks like you won't be helping us bake any pies this afternoon." The carriage most likely meant that someone had come to fetch Sarah to deliver a baby. "I'm sure you and Catherine will do just fine without me," Sarah said, looking down at the small girl who clung to her free hand. Her foster daughter looked up, her eyes full of disappointment. "I'll miss you," Catherine said in her whispery voice. When Sarah had first found her at the Prodigal Son mission, Catherine had been completely mute. She'd only started speaking a few months ago, and she still spoke softly, as if afraid of startling herself with the sound of her own voice. "I'll miss you, too. You know I'd much rather spend my days with you and Maeve, but I have to help ladies have their babies. That's how I earn the money we need to buy things with." "I know," Catherine said, but she stuck her lip out in an unmistakable pout. "We'll ask Mrs. Ellsworth to help us with the pies," Maeve said, naming their next-door neighbor. Mrs. Ellsworth was always available to help the girls do anything at all. Mention of Mrs. Ellsworth banished Catherine's pout. Maeve knew just how to cheer her up. Sarah thought, for at least the 1,000th time, how fortunate she was to have Maeve as Catherine's nursemaid. The girl had also come from the mission, and the three of them had formed a real family in the months they'd been together. A young man stood beside the carriage, and he straightened as they approached. He'd been smoking a cigarette, and he tossed it away. He wore a uniform of some kind, and he looked quite dignified when he put his mind to it, although Sarah noticed that he gave Maeve a very efficient once-over. He managed not to be offensive about it, though. "Can I help you?" Sarah asked when they were close enough for conversation.
"Are you Mrs. Brandt, the midwife?"
"Yes, I am."
"I've been sent to get you. Mrs. Walker, the lady—"
Sample complete. Ready to continue?